Do you know where your drinking water comes from? Pompano Beach Water Plant provides drinking water to approximately 80% of the residents and businesses within the city limits from the eastern and western city well fields, which draws water from the Biscayne Aquifer that runs about 120 feet below the ground. State-certified plant operators produce about 14 million gallons of water per day.
We provide water for approximately the southern two-thirds of Pompano Beach, as well as Lauderdale by the Sea, a section of that, and a section of Lighthouse Point as well. Broward County provides stuff to the north of Lighthouse Point.
How do I know my water is safe? The word here is dependability. Stringent water testing is conducted online in the testing laboratory, and only after the tests show that the water meets all regulations is it then pumped out of the plant and into the 274 miles of pipe throughout the city.
The drinking water in the city of Pompano Beach meets or exceeds all local, state, and federal regulations. We use the highest available technology to process and test the drinking water. In the laboratory, we use the most modern equipment to assure that our drinking water is of the highest quality.
Water is the only utility you consume and must arrive at your home after meeting all federal and state agency regulations. To ensure this dependability, city pipe crews are constantly changing out pipes and repairing leaks and breaks on a 24/7 basis. Crews also constantly flush water through hydrants to make sure the water meets quality standards when it reaches your home.
We treat the water by two processes. The first would be lime softening, and that's followed by filtration with disinfection. And then the second process is membrane softening, which basically goes through a series of membrane elements which remove out the hardnesses in the water and as well as viruses. And from there it goes to the contact chamber where it's disinfected, blended with the lime water, and then it's stored in our 5 million gallon storage tanks, which we have 2 of, and from there it's pumped out to the city residents through the distribution system.
We provide service to our customers 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. We're providing them with fresh drinking water, the ability to take away the waste from their home, the ability to take away storm water from their streets. We're kind of the silent service of utilities. We're the only utility that you consume. So it's important for us to have a good relationship with our customers so they know what we do for them, because most of our equipment is underground and working for them. So we do want to be out there and show them what we're doing for them for their money.
The Utilities Department is constantly looking at how we do our work, and we're constantly looking for waste and ways to eliminate that and how we can meet the customer requirements. We also compare our internal processes to those done outside the utilities to make sure that how we do our work and the cost of our doing our work is comparable to that outside of the utilities.
What are the keys to reduce water usage? Conservation and reuse are the keys to reducing water usage. The city conducts outreach programs and provides low-flow devices to customers to save water. The city has also developed a reuse water plan, OASIS, which protects the environment and assists with economic development and sustainability. Reuse water is used primarily for irrigation purposes and also limits and prevents saltwater intrusion in the well fields. An additional benefit of reuse water is that it is less costly to the consumer than drinking water.
Customers connected.
Well, our Reuse Connection program is actually called our ICANN Water program, and it's for single-family homeowners. And it works very simple through a few steps. The customer could, for example, call our Oasis hotline or go online to our website called icannwater.com, or call customer service, stop by customer service, and just get a form. This form is just one page. You would have to have it notarized, send it back to utilities, and from then on the city takes care of the rest. We take care of the connection cost, there are no connection costs for you, and we take care of the plumber and the permit.
Our reused water comes from Broward County Ocean Outfall Line. This water used to be wastewater, which is treated at Broward County Regional Wastewater Plant on Copeland's Road. We treat it even further at our plant before sending it out for irrigation. We pump this water through sand filters and disinfect it with bleach to meet State of Florida Department of Environmental Protection regulations. Reused water has a higher level of nitrogen and phosphate in it than drinking water. Nitrogen and phosphate are in fertilizers, and plants and lawns thrive on these nutrients. Having them in reused water naturally saves our customers money by reducing the amount of fertilizers required.
Well, we use reuse water actually in a lot of different locations. The Greg Norman Golf Course is one of our biggest users, but then we also have the Semple McDougall House, the Goodyear Blimp Base, Sand and Spurs Equestrian Park, and all the medians, various locations. And if you would like to know where the single-family homeowners could get connected, where the availability area is, where we have the purple pipes in the ground, you could visit our website on icannwater.com.
Where does wastewater go? Wastewater is pumped to the Broward County Wastewater Facility located at Copens and Powerline Road. Because our area is flat, 80 lift stations pump the wastewater through almost 200 miles of pipeline.
A few of the items that we find on the backup wastewater system are baby wipes, fats, oils, and grease, cleaning cloths, disposable diapers. Your lateral sewer pipe is always at risk of tree root invasion. The pipes that are underground are made up of various materials that are used in the field, possibly clay, concrete, PVC. The pipes are always filled with water and have nutrients in them, which are potential for tree root invasion. The best way to prevent it in the future is, as you replace your trees in the yard, is to verify where your lateral pipe is underground and try to stay away from the actual lateral pipe. Stay 3 to 5 feet away.
Every one of our sewer pumping stations or lift stations is equipped with something called SCADA, or telemetry. That telemetry gives us important information about the station. It tells us how much wastewater is waiting to be pumped, whether the pumps are running or not. It will also tell us the volume of waste that's coming out of the station. That tells us about the efficiency of the pumps. This information is monitored 24 hours a day, 7 days a week at our offices, as well as in the field by any trucks that are working at that time of the day, because those trucks are equipped with mobile computers. In the event that the power goes out, all of our stations are equipped with either a battery, which will continue to transmit the data, or a generator. The generator will automatically start and come online and keep the station and the pumps operating even if the Florida Power and Light public power fails us. Now, these lift stations also have information about our water system and give us information about water pressure and chlorine to help us better gauge and monitor our water system and provide you with the best possible service. When we're out in the field working, sometimes we have to close a lane. And we've all been in a rush to get someplace, had to run an errand, and all of a sudden the lane is closed or they're working. We try to minimize the amount of time that we do close lanes on the roadway, but we ask your cooperation that when you're going through those work zones to slow down and be mindful of the move overload now affecting and now covering utility department employees.
During construction, we'll always leave one lane open. We'll have a machine in there. If it's a narrow road, we'll have a machine in there that will constantly remove the fill to where we can leave a lane open for access at all times. When we get to your driveway, and we'll knock on your door. If you're home, we'll ask you if you plan on leaving shortly. If so, we'll ask you to park across the street until we get past your driveway. And then when you come home and we have a hole open in front of your driveway, again, we'll ask you to park across the street. When we get it backfilled and road rocked where it's safe to drive over, we'll let you know, and then you can move your car back into your driveway.
And if you can help us do that, it'll help us get done with our work quicker, get that lane open, and get everything back to normal.
What is stormwater? Stormwater is rainwater that has hit the ground. It's that simple. Stormwater is not connected to the wastewater system. Stormwater seeps into the ground or flows into waterways. It is important to make sure that all storm drains are clean in order to prevent pollution into the waterway and to prevent street flooding. The stormwater system is designed to handle 8 inches of water in a 24-hour period.
Residents and business cannot dump anything into the storm drains. Only rainwater can go into the storm drains. That's, if they dump anything into the drains, it's polluting the system. Any kind of floatables, leaves, any kind of debris, branches, anything like that, when it rains, it carries in the water and flows to the inlet of the drain, which impedes the water flow and doesn't let the rainwater get out of the streets and neighborhoods.
Maintenance at the water treatment facility covers a wide variety of duties, from general housekeeping to working on pumps and electric motors, electrical control systems, and even instrumentation. Maintenance at the facility is a joint effort between operations staff and maintenance staff. In maintenance, we have general maintenance workers. We also have specialists in mechanical and electrical systems. We perform 3 types of maintenance: preventative, predictive, and corrective. Corrective maintenance usually means that we are in the situation where a piece of equipment has broken down, and that's an emergency. We try to avoid those.
Like so. Alrighty. Now I take the solution here. What I'm going to do, you have to tell me if you smell anything. Count up to 10. Ready? Shake your head back and forth. Go like this.
For every dollar that is invested in implementing safety program initiatives, $4 are saved on job-related injury expenses. This directly impacts the overall operational expenses of the utilities department, which directly affect what we have to charge our ratepayers and customers for water. Our goal is to have our employees return home in the same condition that they came to work. There is no task or job more important than the safety of our employees.
Humans require water. They can go a long time without food. They can go a long time without cars or other items. But water is a basic necessity that is required, and we have to provide that for cities to flourish. And in the city of Pompano Beach, we've taken the necessary actions to provide a sustainable water supply for our customers into the future.